Hey, what's up guys? Today I am making a very special and important video of something that has been very important to me throughout a lot of my life. It's actually something super important to me. It's my favorite movie of all time. It's on Akira, right here. No, I did not grow up with this VHS tape or this movie. This is something that I bought as a collector off eBay. But actually, in a way, I have been growing up with Akira, but it's been in my recent years. I know I'm an adult, and it doesn't really count as quote-unquote growing up, but shut the fuck up, because you never stop growing. You never stop experiencing things, so I don't want to hear it. But today I just want to talk a little bit about this movie. I saw this movie when I was 17, back in 2012. This was the first true R-rated film I've ever seen in my life, all the way through. This is the first R-rated movie I've ever watched, all the way through from left to right, and it made a huge impression on me ever since then, and it hasn't changed, and it never will. It never fucking will. I love this movie to death. I'm very passionate about the world it's in, the story it's in, the characters that are in it. But what I love even more than Akira, this movie itself, what do I love more than Akira the movie? Well, it's the next best thing next to the movie. It's the fucking books. Now, I actually own all the books, except for Volume 4. I still have to purchase that. I'm waiting until Sonic Mania comes out, because I pre-ordered it, and I haven't, the charge hasn't been put through yet, so once it is, I'll be purchasing Akira Volume 4 right now. But you see, 4 was 6, so there should be 5. Oh, you can't even see that, with 6, so there should be 5 books here, right? Volume 3 is currently being borrowed by a very good friend of mine, and I'm probably sending this video to him right now. So Alex, if you finish that book, I hope you're ready to return it to me whenever you can, man, because I love Akira to death, and I hope you're enjoying it. But these covers are just, look at Volume 5 here. Like, that's just, whoa, like, that's fucking incredible. And I really like Volume 2. I'm not a big fan of Volume 6s or even 1s. They just, I don't know. They're not bad, though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They're definitely not bad. I think Volume 4 is the one. I thought there was like a lady with like an apron in one of these. Oh no, that was Volume 3. I'm sorry. Volume 4 has Akira himself, or Akira himself on the front of the cover. Now, if it bugs you that I'm calling it Akira, I'm sorry. That's what I've always pronounced it as. I may be the hugest fan of the world, the hugest fan of the entire universe of this series, but I'm going to pronounce it Akira. Even though if Katsuhiro Otomo himself will be mad at me for calling it Akira, I'm sorry, man, but that's the way I pronounce it. You're a genius, you're a fantastic human being, you're a smart guy, and I would love to suck his dick more, but right now I'm not going to. And his own series, I would pronounce it like Akira, or Akira, but I've never read it before. So this is my first experience. I'm on Volume 2 currently, and I haven't read it in like a month or so now, so I gotta get back on that. So anyways, why am I talking about this movie today? Well, I'm not here to show you a grainy VHS tape. I'm here to show you that for years, this is my first experience of Akira, right here. This nice looking Blu-ray set, which is not bad. This is not bad. It's not. But today, when I was at a used oh yeah, I forgot this badass this badass image it has inside of it. Look at that. That's where he was like fucking, you know, sleeping. But, in the movie, you've never seen before. But, anyways, for Akira, I love this movie so much that I obviously own it more than once, right? I have this, and I have this right here. Well, I want to collect more copies of this movie because I love Akira that much. And some people do that. Some people take their favorite film of all time and they collect multiple copies of it. Well, I've actually done that for another movie called Jurassic Park, which is my favorite movie and film. It's my 4th favorite movie of all time. My trilogy of favorite movies are Akira, Spirited Away, and Beauty and the Beast. The original one, obviously. Those are my top 3 favorite movies of all time. So, in that order. So, anyways, as for Akira, and then Jurassic Park is number 4, and I think Aliens is my 5th favorite movie of all time. I'm sure it is. Sorry, Aliens. I love Jurassic Park very, very much. It has a very special place in my heart. But Aliens is my 2nd favorite 80s movie of all time, and it's the closest film I have ever seen that is close. did I say closest film? It is the one movie that I have seen that is put on film, not animated, not animation, but put on film, that comes close to the same epicness as Akira. In fact, if not, it is practically the same level of, like, holy shit epicness for me. Aliens and this movie are both, like, the same level of, like fucking amazement, basically, on a movie. Like, holy shitness, basically. You gotta see Akira if you've never seen this movie. It might change your life. It might change your impression on animation. It might change your impression on the human race. It might change your impression on a lot of things. This is a very important film for many different reasons, and it basically pioneered Japanese animation too. It did. So if it wasn't for Akira, and if you love anime, you gotta watch this movie. That's all I gotta say. So, I'm not here to talk about this or this. Well, I am a little bit. Because today, me and my girlfriend, we're at our go-to store. It's a little store called Disc Replay. I like to go there a lot, and I'm usually never there without her. We always go there together. And today, she saw something, and I'm glad she did, because she's like, hey Dan, look at this. I was like, holy shit, and I freaked the fuck out when she showed it to me. So Janelle, you deserve a huge thank you for this, honey. Like, seriously, because this is amazing to me that she found this, which made this even 10 times more special in a way. That it was her that discovered this and not me. And that she knows this is my favorite movie of all time, and I had no idea that this thing even existed. So I'm sorry I'm just showing you my table right now with nothing going on, but what I found was basically this right here. Now I had no idea that this has existed. I never heard of this. I've never seen this in person before, ever. It was just laying there out in the wild. This is basically the exact same thing I showed you just a little bit ago. This is the 25th anniversary collection of Akira. It is used. It's not new. I believe if it was used, if it was new, it would have like a nice slip over it. But I really don't care. It looks nice like this. And the steelbook is just the beginning. Like, I love this. Like, you know, his motorcycle pops out. You can feel Kaneda. Oh yeah, I'm kidding. And the logo right there, and the little crack in the road too. That's a nice touch. I didn't even realize the crack in the road till like now, pretty much. That's pretty cool, and it's just really badass. But when you open it up, it looks different than that over there. Sorry, I know it's weird making a little video dedicated to this, but I love Akira so much that I just don't give a shit. This piece right here feels a little bit finicky. So I have to be very gentle when I open it, because I don't know if it's just, and whenever I hold it too, because I don't know if it's just because it's just designed that way or whatever. But like, I gotta be gentle. So, anyways, it comes with this nice badass booklet, which I'll show you that in just 1 second. But first, you got the DVD extras disc, the film itself, and the Blu-ray with both on it. Whoopsies, that's upside down. There we go. And in the background, if you're familiar with the film... Oh no. Oh. There we go, okay. Sorry, Blu-ray. Alright, so... this image should look... Oh my god, they ingrained it? Oh no, they didn't ingrain it. You see those shines right there? That's from... Yeah, sorry. But look at the background. It's completely different than the other one. They decided to put in the major explosion, which, if you've seen the film, this is important. And if you have not, I'm sorry. If you have not seen the film, that explosion is incredibly important. So, people always ask me, whenever I talk about Akira, all the time in person. I get this question all the time. Because I'm passionate about this movie. I tell them how much I love it. I tell them it's my favorite film of all time. I tell people all the time, or people ask me all the time, what's Akira about? What's Akira about? Well, that's a hard question, because Akira is about multiple things. It's about two boys, rivals, who were once friends. It's about the future of mankind if it just went to shit. In a country. It's about the aftermath of a hypothetical World War III, which sounds silly, but it's taken very seriously in the context of the story of the movie. It's about... Please, this is not a dumb thing at all. And in fact, Akira shows that this is the complete opposite, and even explains why it is. Why it is smart, and not dumb. Kira, or Kier, because you can't really see the A's, is about what would happen if a human body obtain psychic powers. How would that body react? How could it handle it? What would happen if humans evolved to that sort of state? And that's like mostly what this film is focused on. Mostly that. And it's just such a mindfuck of a movie. You have to see this movie to understand like why it's such an incredible film. You have to. And if you are going to watch this movie, if you're going to watch it dubbed for your first experience and you don't really like Japanese sub movies just because you like watching the subtitles, I can completely understand. If you do not know Japanese and you do not want to... I think you should watch this film in English, because you have to see the animation your first time or second time. You have to see the animation in this movie. You have to. You can't just watch this reading subtitles on the bottom screen. That does not do this film justice at all. Okay, as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this film. This film truly did revolutionize animation, and the animation itself in this movie is so fucking timeless and so fluid. Like the special effects and everything just look incredible, and they look beautiful on Blu-ray. Like some older movies don't look good when they come into Blu-ray, but most do. Most films look incredible when they're transferred to Blu-ray. Like most films do that I have seen, and Akira is one of those movies. And you have Funimation they truly respect this movie. They truly care about it. You can tell when you're watching this Blu-ray set that they did, and the English cast in the Funimation dub is spot on, like good for the voices match the characters perfectly fine. And I think my favorite performance in the English cast is Tetsuo's. I forgot the guy who voiced him, but he is my favorite performance in the English cast. My second favorite might be the Colonel. It might be him. And my third favorite's probably Kaneda. I'm actually a fan. I'm a humongous fan of Johnny Von Bosch, or Johnny Von Bosch, whatever the guy's name is. I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm really sorry if I got your name backwards. But he's a super cool dude. Like, I never really met the guy, so I can't really vouch for him, but he seems like it. And he also dubbed one of my favorite, besides Kaneda, he voices one of my favorite anime characters of all time. And it's my favorite performance he's ever done. Not Kaneda, but this character set. I'm going to show you in a second. This guy right here. Vash the Stampede. One of my favorite fucking anime characters. Or characters ever in general. He's one of my favorite characters ever in general. He is. Kaneda in the comic. And Tetsu as well are two of my favorite characters of all time as well. But this guy... God damn. And even in the film, they're pretty good, but they're definitely put more in depth in the book, obviously. Now, unlike some manga and animation, because usually when there's a comic and a TV show animated from that comic in Japan, anime and manga, they're pretty similar. They are, like, the story is like barely different. But for Akira, the story, the film is literally an adaptation from the book, but it's just told differently. It's like Dark Knight in the Batman comics. That is exactly what it's like. That is exactly what the movie and the books are like. That's the perfect example that I just thought of just now. Like, you gotta, like, if you're a fan, you're probably sitting there nodding your head. You know what I mean. And you understand what I'm talking about. So, that's the way I see it. And the book is fucking fantastic. You gotta read it. But, is it better than the movie? I mean, it's my favorite movie of all time, so... It's just as good. It honestly is. Like, yes, the book goes more in depth, and that's important, but the feeling you get from the film is still there. For the book. So I'd say they're both the same. So, anyways, Johnny and Vash, favorite performance is Vash, obviously, always will be, and I really want to do a top 10 best episodes ever from this show because I love it that much. And my favorite anime of all time is actually One Piece, not Trigun, but. It's hard to do a top 10 episode of a show that's still going. I'm way far behind on so. But I'm actually on more than 7. So I'm giving myself my own pace. Don't you dare say you gotta catch up. No, I don't. Shut the fuck up. I have a life. I'm thankful that my girlfriend likes watching that show with me. I really am, because if she didn't, I would have 0 time to watch One Piece. 0 time. So, as for Vash though, Trigun to me. Not a lot of people make anime videos about Trigun, which breaks my heart. And that's kind of why I want to make a video about it someday. So, you know, and make this show truly shine with a top 10 episode list. But anyways, so that's a gushing about Akira. Now, if you've never seen this film before, I think you should watch in Japanese, not immediately. Don't watch it in Japanese immediately, but the sound. It's not just the voice acting, but the sound and the sound effects and the music sound fucking incredible in the Japanese stuff. For some reason, they're more... It's just bigger. It feels bigger in a way. They did a great job in the English dub, but they did a fantastic job in the Japanese dub. That's the difference. So the dubbing overall for Funimation is pretty great. I think it's pretty solid. I don't hate it. I think the female Kai or Kay, her voice is fine in English dub too. I think she has a great performance in it. I think they all do. I really do. Maybe I'm being a little bit biased, but I think they all do. But I've seen the English dub like a million times, and I've been watching this movie for like the past 5 years now, like once every like month or so. So I think, or once every month, 2 or 3. So I think I'm going to, even sometimes once every 2 weeks. So I think I'm going to, from now on for a while, watch in Japanese because it's just so fucking good. And it's going to really influence me, inspire me to learn the language even more. So, you know, because I don't want to watch something that's beautifully animated while reading something in the bottom. I don't want to do that. So I will learn the language over time. But guys, that's not it. I almost forgot about the booklet. So first, before I go, I want to show you this little booklet. This thing is really cool. Like, I love this thing. It tells you this little BIOS. The hypersonic effect. I should pause that and read that because I'm a nice guy. If you can. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm going to... Oh, Jesus Christ. That scared the fuck out of me. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you all of it because this video will be too long for that. But... God damn, this is pretty cool. I think it's pretty fucking cool. I mean, I just flipped through this. One of these days, when I'm done reading the book, I'm gonna read all of these, I think. This entire booklet. Oh, it's just telling you about the Blu-ray transfer, I think. Okay, well, that's not the main character. That's Akira himself. He's not Kaneda. This guy is the main protagonist. This guy right there. That guy is the main protagonist. As you can tell, they don't look entirely different in that image, but they look different. So, anyways, that's him. Akira is definitely the big bad guy in the book, but in the film, just watch the movie. I'm not gonna give it away. You kind of just don't. I'm not gonna say anything. Please don't say anything in the comments. I swear, show some fucking respect, please. Please, I swear to God, some people. Whoa, this is how they did the motorcycle. Whoa, that's awesome. I really want his motorcycle one day too. That's a big dream of mine. Like to have his motorcycle and the DeLorean in like a storage closet somewhere that I can always have like easy access to. Because Back to the Future, before I saw Akira, Back to the Future was my #1 favorite movie. It was, and I still love it. I still do today. I love all 3 of them. That's kind of why it is anymore, because I like all 3 of them, or I love all 3 of them. I can't just single out the first one from 2 and 3. I can't do that. So it's like, it's my other favorite film trilogy next to the Planet of the Apes prequel films. Because all 3 of those movies are fantastic. There's not a single bad, prequel Planet of the Apes movie. Not a single one. They're all fantastic films. Lord of the Rings is the only other trilogy when all 3 films are fucking fantastic. Every other trilogy out there, all 3 movies, one of them is at least great. I'm sorry. One of them is at least good or okay or really bad or whatever. Like sometimes 3 is the worst one, like Jurassic Park, or even Alien. But it's whatever. It's whatever. So guys, but like sometimes like the second or the third film are not terrible. They're just okay movies, like the Dark Knight trilogy or the Indiana Jones trilogy, or even the anthology. I think Indiana Jones 4 is fine, but it's not my favorite one. Don't get me wrong. My favorite one is 3. Last Crusade is incredible. I love the first one also, but Temple of Doom 2 and 4 are just they're okay movies. And like I said, there's Back to the Future. The trilogy is pretty perfect, but Part 2 is probably the weakest link because it's like the hardest one to follow. But 3 is a very fun, enjoyable movie, and so is 1. And 2 is as well. 2 is as well. But it has its flaws. And I think the thing about the Planet of the Apes movies is that they're all kind of, like, done the same way. And that's what makes them so fucking good, is that they all have, like, the same strengths and the same flaws. But they're not all the same movie. You have to see all 3 films to know what I mean. It's like the life of Caesar, and he's one of my favorite film characters of all time. He is. That's not human, that is. Anyways, guys, that's my little show-off on this booklet. I'm sorry I got a little bit fillery and off-topic, but I'm very passionate about films, in case if you're going to tell it, and things that I'm a fan of. So, I'm going to make a little video about Jurassic Park next. I'll see you then. Have a good day or night. Take care.